Well, hello everyone. I decided to do another live, and I think that I have decided that I am going to aim to do a live between 2 and 3 p.m. on Wednesdays. So, if you want to join me and have the opportunity to ask me questions about digital marketing and the ins and outs of it, as much as I'm able to explain about it, or to ask me questions about the program or my experiences or anything like that, I invite you to keep an eye out for when I pop on to do a live. So, in the meantime, while every time I try to do a live, I seem to keep getting this notification that I have a slow connection. It doesn't seem to matter where I am. So I don't know what that's about, but I think the videos seem to be coming out okay. So I'm just going to trust that everything is working out. So in the meantime, while I wait to see if anybody comes and joins me today, I thought I would just talk a bit about mindset, but also about the business and that in connection with that. So, we all have a dream. We all have a vision for our life. And for some of us, that could be very elaborate. Maybe you might have a dream of, I don't know, living in a mansion or living by the ocean or having like a lakefront type home or something like that. Or maybe you have a dream that you want to be able to travel all over the place, how be able to go on a variety of different trips, visit a bunch of different places. And some of us, our dreams and visions might be a little more basic. That maybe we just want to be able to provide better for our families, or we want to be able to take care of our well-being better, by being able to afford quality food and things like that. There's all kinds of different ways for us to live our lives, and it's going to appeal, since we are all individuals, some of it's going to appeal more to us than others, and there's no right or wrong. And we all have the right and the opportunity to work towards our dream and our vision. And for some of us, that ends up being a real challenge. It can be, we end up enduring a lot of different struggles, whether it could be with relationships and maybe a lack of trust in relationships, or maybe more severe than that, could be financial, could be never being able to find the kind of work that you want to do, and so you end up just constantly doing work just to pay the bills. There's all of these different things that can show up for us, and we can sometimes find our way through them and into a better place, and sometimes we don't. And just one sec here. My lips feel like they're getting a little dry. Anyways, so I think this is where mindset can play a really big role in our life and in anything that we are doing. But I think also when it comes to the challenges that we face, that they're all designed for us to be able to learn from them. They're a lesson in some way. And if we are open to learning the lesson, then we might be able to, we have a much clearer chance to move through it. I mean, of course, there's some people in the world who are suffering, and might not be anything that they can do to change their situation. But there's still lessons that they could still potentially learn, which again is in connection with the mindset. With this digital marketing business, what I'm starting to really realize is that, now I'm guessing at the percentage here because I don't have any accurate statistics, but my feeling is that this business is kind of falling into that 80-20 rule. 80% mindset, 20% doing, or doing the business side of it. And I've always felt, at least over the last couple of years, I've felt like my mindset has been pretty good. But doing this business has challenged me a great deal. And I'm not saying that from a victim mentality or a poor me mentality or anything like that. I'm actually grateful for these challenges because it's pushing me and it's helping me to grow. It's helping me to expand my perceptions, expand my views, expand my ideas, expand my way of being. When it comes to mindset, there are so many different ideas out there of how to work on your mindset. And there are some people who are very black and white, cut and dry. It's this is the way you have to do it. No other possibilities. This is the only way to do it. And what I've discovered in my life is that with anything, there is no one way to do it. There's absolutely no one way to do it, because we all have to figure out what is best for us as individuals. And I don't want to say it's a philosophy. My approach, that's the better word. My approach is that I have decided to be open to the different ideas out there and see what resonates with me. Sometimes I will try something and then find out, okay, that doesn't really sit well with me. I don't really care for that. And then I'll try something else, and I'll just kind of keep sort of testing different things to see what is beneficial. And sometimes it's a merging of a couple of different ideas. And with this business, it's there's been challenges for me in regards to time management, for example, because this business is designed to be done in 2 hours a day, and I believe that is possible. But for me, that has still been a challenge to accomplish, because a lot of it, I think, is in relation to creating the social media content, because I think that I have, for a large period of time, I've spent way too much time in my head trying to figure out, oh, what am I going to post? And I've been working on trying to get more into my heart and just being more authentic. And I mean, it's not that I felt like I was being inauthentic with when I was trying to plan my content and that, but I think part of it was that, oh, I need to plan it. I need to make sure I get the wording right, and I need to make sure I'm not flubbing up on anything or anything like that. And I wasn't trusting that what I was sharing was exactly how it was meant to be shared. So, but there was also been other challenges with other aspects of the business as well. Yeah, because the training was another part of it as well, because I was feeling kind of overwhelmed, and and because I was having difficulty managing my time when it came to doing the income producing activities that are supposed to fit in that 2-hour workday, it seemed like I kept running out of time to do the training. And plus, you know, there is like a step-by-step training that you follow. However, there's one sort of plan that is in Kajabi. There's another plan that's within our community that also provides a step-by-step, like our 90-day success sprint. You know, so there's a training that is put in every day for the 90 days. And then there was also another 30-day thing, and I was just like, I don't know where to focus. So I think I was kind of looking for somebody to take me by the hand and say, okay, do this, then 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 do this. And instead of taking the responsibility for myself and empowering myself to make the choice of, okay, where am I going to choose to focus? Not where do I have to focus, but where do I choose to focus? And then also kind of reorganizing my day so that I can commit to spending some time on training. And for me, you know, there's some people who they can watch a 30-minute video and implement the training right away. And that just doesn't work for me. It's because I have to keep pausing the video, taking notes, because that's the only way for me to really absorb what it is that I am learning. And then I have to go and implement it. So usually my implementation is on a different day than the learning of, you know, the text learning, the mind learning, or whatever you want to call it. It's kind of like a 2-part thing for me. So, so that was something I had to figure out for what works for me. And, you know, I might be, you know, considered behind other people in terms of the speed of going through things, but, you know, what I have learned through this 90-day sprint so far has been immensely helpful for me. And, you know, I love that this training is there, and that there is constant training, like even like, not even just training, but like mentoring, where we have other members and our creator of the program who do live calls with us and help help us with different questions and challenges. And sometimes it's a pushback on us. And you know, when we say we're having a challenge with something, and it's a pushback on us of like, okay, well, what is your belief? Where is your mindset on this? You know, and giving us the opportunity to kind of go, huh, I never really thought about it that way. Okay. You know, so, and that is, the mindset is what the biggest aspect is to be able to succeed in this business. Because we could do the doing part of it so much, but as our mentor likes to put it, if we have stinking thinking, then it doesn't matter how much doing we are doing. We have to be able to put the energy out, because energy is everything. You know, if I were to do this video and I was in a negative or low vibrational energy, but I was faking it and trying to pretend like I was all happy and positive and everything like that, you would not feel that positive energy, because you're going to feel the truth. If I'm not projecting the truth, you're going to feel that. And so, you know, it's still something I have to work on, because there are days where I can feel more mentally challenged or frustrated or something like that. And then I'm like, oh, well, but I got to get this third post out, or I got to get the whatever done or whatever. And it's like, I'm doing it from a place of frustration or anxiety or fear or something like that. And so I'm not putting out the right energy. So that's something for myself that I need to practice more, is before I actually do any kind of activity, take some time to try and get myself into a higher vibrational energy before I do it. Because I don't want to be projecting that lower vibrational energy out there. It doesn't help anyone when I do that. And, you know, so when we can have this mindset of empowerment and mindset of choice and mindset of being creative and being ourselves, and being able to do things from a place of love, all of that kind of thing, plus being consistent with doing the activities, the income producing activities, and plugging into the training. Those are all really key factors in being able to be successful in this business. Because like I said, if you do go through the training and you are implementing the income producing activities every day, but you don't have a great mindset, and maybe you are not very coachable or have a lot of resistance to different ideas, then it's going to be very difficult for you to find success in this business. But if you can have the positive mindset and believe that, yeah, this is an opportunity that I can actually have success with. This is something I want to do, something I want to learn, and I want to be able to learn how to connect better and communicate better and have stronger relationships and all of that type of thing, and being open to that kind of thing, then that is what is going to bring you that likelihood of success. It doesn't mean, and success is different for everyone as well, because for a lot of people, success, they feel success is defined as how much money they're making. Oh, I'm not a success until I make six figures. I'm not a success until I'm a millionaire. I'm not a success until I am really well known or famous or something. And that's, to me, is not how I define success. For me, finding success is being able to live a life where I can feel peace and contentment and joy, and be able to have a lot less fear in my life, because I'm trusting that things are working out and happening the way they're meant to happen. And, I'm being able to do the things that I enjoy. I'm able to support those who are close to me. That, to me, for me, is more my idea of success. And so I don't compare myself to the other people in the community or on social media or anything like that, to how they define success. When I see testimonials in the community of, oh, I just made so much money this month, or I'm now a six-figure earner or something like that, I'm like, okay, well, that's great. That's good for you. I'm happy for you, but that's not motivating for me. That is not what I consider a motivator. When I look at wins in the community, I am more motivated by those that share their journey and how it's been able to shift their life in a good way, and that type of thing. So I think I've kind of run out of things to say, and I haven't had anybody come on to ask any questions at this point. So so I guess I will end it here. But keep an eye out for Wednesdays between 2 and 3 for more lives, and to have that option, that ability to ask me questions directly.